We have set up a Patreon. We have set up a Patreon.
Patreon, however you want to say it.
A Patreon. We have set up a Patreon.
What that does is that just helps us get things like train tickets, petrol for you. And it helps us get to bigger and better guests. We'll be doing cool little things on there, like
nice little giveaways.
You can put in your questions, and then we can talk to you. So yeah, please go on to
www.patreon.com/overrated everything.
Here we go. We're back. Overrated Everything, the first podcast of 2019.
Yeah. It's a new year.
New year, same
new
us.
Yeah. New year, same shitty podcast.
Why am I wasting my Monday morning? Did you just say start again?
Yeah, I said start again.
No, fuck it, we'll leave that in.
All right, sweet. Yeah. It's
a review
shitty.
from us.
Yeah, it's not shitty. It's
It's
great.
a shitty podcast, Thomas Turgoose. No, it's a great podcast, and we enjoy making it. And you guys clearly enjoy listening to it because
we've got a lot of listeners, by the way.
We do, man. Like, it's literally climbing. It's great, and 2019 is going to be a good year for us. We've got some plans in to hopefully get some sponsorship behind it.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great with the Patreon.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Thank you.
And I know the little jingle that I've made is a bit shit, but
for just £3 a month, you can put poor Andy Ellis through podcasting.
Yeah. But yeah, I was really tired when I made the jingle, and I like it. So fuck it.
It does it.
And thanks again to the Sherlocks for making that little tune for us, which is pretty cool.
But we're constantly learning with this podcast, and that's what we're enjoying doing. You know, things might be a bit rusty around the edges, but in a way, I kind of like that because, you know, we're not professional presenters or we're not professional podcasters as such.
Yeah,
we're just two young actors who love spending time with each other and love meeting new guests and making new friends, like our guest that you're listening to, part 2 of Jessica Ellis.
Yeah, again, exactly that, mate. Like we said last week, and like you've just touched on there, meeting people who we've now become friends with. Like, say, I would go to Liverpool and give Jess a ring and be like, "Yo, what are you up to, mate?" And I'd like to think that she'd do that in Manchester as well.
Yeah, of course.
She probably won't. You know, she's got more.
Well, she's from Manchester, isn't she?
Yeah, she said she's from Stockport, I think.
Which is round the corner. So
it's not far. Yeah.
If you don't get that call, mate, yo, fuck.
But yeah, no. Again, so we're back with Jess. We're back in Liverpool. Yeah. It's part 2. So you know, we've done a little bit of editing trick here. We just recorded for longer because we were having such a good conversation. And you know, as well, Tomo's away on his honeymoon right now.
Yeah, I'm in Miami right now.
He might be listening to this on a beach.
I probably won't be.
You're gonna, no work.
No,
Don't. Is it technical? Is it work if you're listening to this?
I'll be having fun with my wife.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it's a little cheat, really, guys. But you know, we need to fill out because, like we say, you know, this podcast is all out of our back pocket. So just as a little thing to ensure that we can survive without Thomas Turgoose in the country, we've done a part 2. And like I say, the conversation was flowing. I didn't want to stop it, so it was like, right, brilliant.
We were playing a great little game, weren't we? We did the
the tail end of it.
Yeah. So we got the jelly bean game.
Yes.
Which was rancid.
Yeah. I mean, you'll hear all about that, but I was adamant that it wasn't going to be as bad as it was,
and it really was.
It was disgusting, man. It was disgusting, and so I guess that's all for today. We'll let you hear the podcast now, I guess.
Yeah, we'll let you listen.
Get straight into it. Happy New Year, guys!
Part 2 of
2019.
Jessica Ellis.
Here she is. So let's bring you back to New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
What's your plans New Year's Eve?
So this is the thing, right? We're like, oh, she's drinking so loud. Sorry, Rita.
No, she's fine.
So we've this is nothing trying to like especially as you get older and some of your friends have got kids and things like that, or
Yeah,
we're in
yeah.
different places. Because obviously, like, I'm not from here, Michael's not from here, some of my other friends aren't. So then it's like, right, who's going to come? Like, we thought about, like, we love Flamingo Land.
Oh, nice,
It's one of our favourites.
Is it good?
Flamingo
My mum keeps saying we should go.
It's honestly the best thing I've ever done.
Is it a good theme? Because it's theme park as well.
Pleasure Beach is my favourite.
Yeah, Pleasure
Love
Beach.
Pleasure Beach.
Pleasure Beach
Yeah,
is
Pleasure Beach is
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
But we went to Flamingo Land because our friend knows the person that owns it. And I'd said to Michael, "Oh, should we go?" And I think he was a bit like, "Meh," because we love we went Alton Towers last week. We love stuff like that. But it's got this like the most incredible zoo that's like that got so much land, like it doesn't feel like a zoo. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like we fed the giraffes, like really cheap, like 20 quid, like little lemurs. It was cool. And then the theme park is sick.
Is it good?
And
I
then
went years ago with Shab, I can't remember.
and you stay on, like, we had a cottage with my friend and their kids, and out of the window, like, you're literally on the theme park.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of like a Butlins thing as well, like, got a big clubhouse for the kids, entertainment, but it's brilliant. So, yeah, we were thinking about going there. Another one was, like, Murder Mystery.
Oh, wicked. Oh, this is for New Year's,
New
yeah?
Year's.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because we've really wanted to do one of them for ages.
Like an escape room sort of thing.
Well, yeah, there's one in Leeds, actually, that we've looked at that is got, like, an escape room at the end, but, like, maybe, like, a dinner or a weekend away. But then also, and then, like, maybe hiring a house.
Yeah, that'd
Then
be quite nice.
Also, like, Michael's got to be back at work, and then just like and who do you invite as well? That's
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Who's gonna get funny about it? Like, who wants to spend? Who's gonna kiss at New Year? Like, that's another one.
I've never, like obviously, like, you know, like, like me and my missus. Well, you know, she doesn't like is it PDAs? What they call public displays of affection.
Yeah.
She's not a fan of it, and I'm not that much of a fan of it. If you see people like kissing on a train, like, to be like, oh, come on, guys. Just
I mean, like
wait
a
till you
peck,
get-
but snogging.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. And so
If
yeah,
it's
so
past
like
12,
what are you getting on your phone?
Just on the subject of you say people snogging kissing on New
Oh,
Year's Eve.
yeah. Oh, what's
so
that?
we
Yeah,
could
no.
watch this video and the viewers can have the reaction.
Oh, right,
So
okay,
this is my
yeah.
mate.
And is this your mate?
So
you know
this
the
is
guy
my
in the
mate.
video?
Yeah.
So we could probably put this on Instagram for
We
people
could put
to
it on.
watch.
He'll be pissed off about
Yeah,
it.
balls
I'm
to
just
him.
going through my group chat videos.
Has he got a good lawyer?
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Don't
God.
go through them group chat videos. I'm glad we don't film this
So just so we can listen to the reaction, I'm just struggling to find it at the minute now.
through all the filth.
Through all the disgusting filth.
This is great podcasting.
I love
see?
I love a group chat. But also when things save to your phone.
Yeah, I've turned that off. Yeah.
It's bad, isn't it?
One sec. Go on,
You keep looking. So me and my missus, like, say, like, we're not big on PDAs and that, and then, like, there's a big. Like,
There's a big, I remember when I was
kiss New
single,
Year's
like, it
Eve?
was such a big pressure as well. Like, before I met Michael, I was single for 10 years. And that was another thing, you know, like, I got to that point as well of New Year's Eve, like, because obviously couples want to be together.
Yeah.
So it's not like a lads night or a girls
Yeah,
night. It's
yeah,
more
yeah.
like, as you get older, couples. And that would be another thing, like, me just stood there, like, with loads of couples, like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks,
Oh,
baby, it's
yeah.
been such a great
I've
year.
really shot myself in the foot.
You're getting married on New Year's
Yeah,
Eve. I thought this, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? I said the other day, I said, if I was to get married, I think I'd want to do it on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It solves everyone's problem.
Yeah, to be honest, like, because
our thought process.
yeah, me and my missus, like you say, like we obviously we're invited and that, and like normally
only the night do they.
no, we're not. Stop lying. But yeah, no. So I fucking better. I'd be invited to the day. You were one of my groomsmen, you twat. I'm not even one of his grooms. He didn't even pay that favour.
Only the
Yeah, I've
night
got you
do,
a
would
kids'
you
meal.
still go?
Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, I love
Would
it
ya?
bits. Yeah.
No, but not you, but I mean as a rule.
Yeah, no, I've done it a few times. Yeah, I think
If it's far away.
mate, we were saying this yesterday, like, we were saying this last night, weren't we? With my wife, like, people get a bit annoyed at, oh, I've only invited to the night do, or oh, they're not even invited my partner, or oh, I can't take my kids. Like, look, if you're listening to this, like, I fell out with, like, some family from my wedding because I didn't invite
It's
certain kids and that.
expensive though, isn't it?
So
When you get
difficult,
married,
so.
it's about you and your husband, or you and your wife, and you know,
And having a good time.
people should just respect
Not
that.
about
and go,
your auntie's workmate who wants to
yeah,
come.
exactly,
Yeah.
and things like that, and it's like, yeah, man, like, if you're not invited, or if your missus isn't invited, or if you're not invited and your missus is, or your fella isn't, that, it's like, just don't moan.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of them. Like, so yeah, if it was a night do and it was miles away and that, yeah,
Still do it.
yeah, because you got to go right. Well,
I've had like a year
been
of weddings this year. Like
Ah, yeah.
I'm that age.
Are you
Like
getting a bit
Yeah,
ready
same.
for a wedding.
I don't know. Like because I mean. it's expensive doing it. Like this year,
Bloody
Carla
expensive.
got married to Adam, and basically my best mate at Hollyoaks, Daisy, she introduced them, and then so she was best man, I was maid of honour, and
nice.
it was cute, and I really get on with him, so I ended up on the stag do and the hen do.
You went on a
Wicked.
stag do?
Yeah, me and Daisy were the only girls. We went to Amsterdam because she
Nice.
organised
What did all the
it.
rest of the lads say?
They loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Like,
Imagine if Charlotte come to Benidorm with us.
Well, no, because she didn't get married, so it'd be like, say, have
Yeah,
you got
so-
any mates who are girls?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So she was the best man, so obviously she organised it, and then Adam was like, I want Jess to come.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, I get it.
It was just us two, like in Amsterdam, like at festivals on this big boat.
Nice,
like,
nice.
with the boys, but like
Wow.
I like that. See, I mean, it didn't happen because I left my stag up to like my two sort of best men, but like
Why
I
is
have
it-
got girl mates that like I wouldn't have minded on my stag
Yeah.
because the like
I think it's
one
a
of the
really,
one of the
like,
lads in it in a way, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, my mate Kirsty.
it's
like,
a really weird actually it's a really weird concept, like because we're all mates, like that it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
but I think it's going to get more integrated because like
You know when they say best man, like, can it be a woman? Why has it never been a woman?
yeah, that's why. Like
I
Daisy
thought,
was like wore like a yellow suit, like she looked
Yeah.
sick, and he was like, "You're one of my best friends. I lived with you, and you introduced us."
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's obviously
makes
got
sense.
guy mates that are his best mates, and they were like groomsmen, but it was like you made this. We're getting married because of you.
Yeah.
It's your day, innit? You do what you want. Like, say, like, I remember when I said, like, I've two best men. And at first, I don't think my wife did. But, like I think my mum and that was like, we can't really have to. I'm like, do what the fuck I want.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, like,
if
break
I
the
wanted
rules,
Three, I'd have
like-
three. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've got two mates who I couldn't pick between the two.
It's mad. Like,
Do you know what I mean?
I genuinely thought, like, I thought, why can't Charlotte be my best man? Because like me and Charlotte are best mates. Like,
Yeah.
she's put like one of me best.
Well, I mean,
mates.
she is, like,
And I
you're
just thought,
showing
would it
that
be
with
weird
marrying
to
her,
have
aren't you?
to have Charlotte as the bride and the
think
best
she
man.
She was like have half
doing the
dressed,
best
didn't
man.
she? She's like half
Doing the
like
best
Two
man's-
Face from Batman.
Doing the best man speech, stitching me up like, yeah, I remember that strip club. Shut up, Charles.
Yeah, mate. But-
So how old are you both? Because you're quite.
20. She's 26 and I'm 26. Both
And how old are you?
I'm 28.
So you're both quite like young to get married, do you think?
Yeah, but we've been together me and Charlotte have been together for 8 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Emily, we've been together like 7 or 8 years, but we've known each other since we were nursery, and we've been mates for like since we were like 15. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I'm
And-
only getting married for the stag do, really.
and the tax cuts.
What do you mean?
Oh, you get tax cuts, mate. You get married tax and that.
What's this?
Yeah, you get an extra like grand.
Michael
a
better
year.
propose.
Bullshit.
Oh no, you get an extra. Yeah.
I'm going to be a bigamist. I'm married 10 women. I'm married 10 times.
But
pal.
no, so like, yeah, I do feel. I remember sort of asking Emily to marry me.
Yeah.
Like going, oh, would you marry me if I asked? And she'd be like, oh, we're not old enough. And this was like, say, a year before I actually asked her. Oh, we're not old enough. No, I don't know. No, I don't
Again,
know, we're
that's
not old
another
enough.
bit of a bullshit rule, really.
Exactly,
Yeah,
like
when
exactly,
you're
like
yeah.
I asked her to marry me, because you know
You love her.
I love her.
You love her.
First and foremost. Yeah, I love her first and foremost. You know, we had a beautiful little girl together, and we bought a house together, and it was like, I know I'm going to be with her for the rest of my life because I absolutely adore her,
Oh,
and
cute.
as well. No,
Shedding a
Paul and
tear.
I.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
but like so, but and I just one day I was talking about marriage with my mate, and I was like, why haven't I done it yet, man?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? And even up until sort of, I think I asked her, like, while I knew that I was going to ask her, I said, oh, what would you do if I propose? And she'd be like, oh, well, we're too young. As soon as I asked her, mate, it was literally that night she's on Pinterest looking at dresses. Like, we're
Do you know
not
what?
too young.
This is another thing that I hate about New Year's Eve.
Go on.
People getting engaged.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
If someone
yeah.
if someone
I got
proposed to
engaged on
me,
Christmas Day.
no fucking hate it.
No, yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
say-
You
know
did,
what?
didn't you, you little bastard? You
Yeah.
did, didn't you?
When
Yes,
I see
you
it
did.
all over Facebook, like I said, yeah, I said yes post as well.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I put one on a veil ring set and she said yes.
Can I just make a little statement about this? So,
Yeah.
I told Tomo as one of my close mates, and I wanted him as a groomsman. I said, look, I'm going to ask Emily to marry me. Like, going to do it, like, thinking. And he went, oh, yeah, mate, weird. Like, I'm asking Charlotte. I was like, oh, buzzing. And we were chatting about it. And I went, yeah, I'm going to ask her, like, Christmas Day. I've got this thing. And he went, oh, yeah, me and Charlotte are going to Thailand, so I'm going to ask her while we're on an elephant, like, in February. So I was like, oh, mint, brilliant. So anyway, Christmas Day comes. I'm dead nervous. I'm like thinking, oh God, you know. Oh. And my missus turns around and she goes, oh my God. I went, what? She went, Tom owes asked Charlotte to marry him. And I just went, the little bastard. And I had to force myself to go, oh, isn't that really fucking lovely?
See, this is what I mean about Christmas or New Year's Eve, right? If Michael was to propose to me, I want that day.
Please
to
do
be,
it, Michael. Get on
your day. Yeah, I get
I want
that.
it to be mine. Like I want it to go like, oh, remember the 7th of April and I got married. Like not Christmas Day when every other fucker
but
did.
For me, one reason why I did that is because it's really hard to get everyone in a room together at the same time. I wanted to propose
to her in front of people,
in front of a family, in front of my family and her friends and that. So we had Christmas dinner at her mum's. My parents were there. Her parents were there. It wasn't faked. It wasn't unnatural. That like even my sister was there. And
no, I believe
our
you.
best friends. No, but do you know what I mean? I didn't have to coordinate it in any. My best mate filmed it. He had his camera out. It wasn't weird that he was filming. You know what I mean? To her, he was filming the kids opening presents and that, so it was bang on. But yeah, I get that as well. Like,
because like you know, at the stroke, like for me, like obviously we're talking about New Year, like at the stroke of midnight, like to get down on one knee, like I don't know. I feel like
you look around the pub and everyone's doing
it. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking hell. Yeah. It's a bit cliche. It's a bit kind of filmic. Like New Year's Day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. New Year's Day's a bit shit though, isn't it? Like,
well,
you're on a bit of a come down from it all, really, aren't you? Like. Because your Christmas period as a whole is good, I think.
The lead up to Christmas is the best, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I'm buzzing.
Christmas Eve in the pub and...
Oh, I love Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but don't you always fuck Christmas Day up by getting too hammered?
Go on. So I have done.
My days of that are done now.
Completely fucked it. And like, just Christmas Day has been horrific. And then the last 2 years, I've hired like a big house for all my friends and my family had not been together for 17 years since my grandparents died. And then my uncle died a couple of years ago and I thought, what can I do? Like, I've lived away since I was 19, so I'm not that close to my cousins. So I got this amazing mansion called Trevor Hall and they were like ex-pop moguls. So it's like all these antiques and then like Prodigy's Dalek in the bathroom and like... So for the past 2 Christmas Eves, and like last year I got a house in Leeds from Airbnb, fucking love Airbnb. I cooked for like 18 people.
Wow, did you really?
So, last 2 Christmas Eves...
I think I'm marrying the wrong woman.
Yeah, exactly. My parsnips are to die for. Yeah, so... I think as a payback to my mum and dad for being like sick up the wall, absolutely like in my pyjamas looking like shit on Christmas Day, past 2 Christmas Eves, I've been prepping food.
Oh, wicked, man. That's dead nice.
But this Christmas, I'm doing it here.
Yeah. What, you having people round?
Yeah, so I've got my mum, my dad, my auntie, my uncle, my friend Kim, and then obviously Michael. But we're going to go to the pub on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit worried because it's literally next door.
Yeah,
and like
do it.
I'm classic, like... important day next day, get bladdered.
Yeah.
Like guys, you've got. I drove to an event yesterday. My friend was like in Manchester. My friend was like, "I've got a hotel. Please stay." But I drove for you guys.
Oh mate. Well, I mean, I would have stayed and got hammered and just winged it. I'm a good winger. I'm like, I'll just wing it. It'll be alright.
As I'm getting older, though, I can't do it.
Wait, you was in Manchester? You could have just come to us.
Yeah, why don't we just do it? Yeah.
Yeah. I was in the Midlands.
Either, did
no.
Well.
Yeah, no, it's like you're saying, like that week in between sort of Christmas and New Year's Eve as well, which
like
our listeners will have just had.
Yeah,
it's like
don't know what to do, do they? Yeah.
Charlotte works it, which pisses me off. She's doing it even for the wedding as well. Like
she's not.
She's working the day before the wedding. Or
really?
And I was like, can you not
have some time? Yeah, but then again, it's one of them, innit, like. Has she got the holidays? Because you're going away for 3 weeks after.
Yeah,
so it's having holidays and it, like people.
Which, whilst the listeners are listening now, I will be on a plane to my honeymoon.
No, because we are going out New Year's Eve.
So she's Monday. Getting up now. When people
you could be getting married right now.
I'm going to be getting married.
Oh wow!
Why did you decide to do it then?
So New Year's Eve, I'd been away working, filming Swimming with Men, which is out on DVD now. Go buy it, it's great.
This isn't a fucking platform to sell you and Rob Brydon's films, man.
My platform. So I was away filming for a long time, and I'd not really seen much of Charlotte. And I was at home for the weekend, and we'd found the venue that we wanted, and we found it on Facebook.
Is it more expensive because it's New Year's Eve?
A lot of things have been, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when you say wedding, though, it is anyway.
Yeah, they put a 0 on the end, and then when they say New Year's Eve, it's another 0.
Yeah.
So it has been quite expensive. But so anyway, we'd seen that this was in like August, September time, and we'd seen that someone had a slot had come available that New Year's Eve, so in like 2 months, and we thought, fuck it, we're doing it. I've got the money. I've just been paid. Let's do it. So on that drive from the middle of town to the hotel where we're getting married, we fell in love with the idea of New Year's Eve. But by the time we'd got there, someone had already been there and booked it up.
Oh no!
So
competitive market.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we was like, we love the idea of New Year's Eve because what you were saying before that
it's a free meal for people.
Exactly,
I'm
buzzing
free.
for that.
It's not free.
It's not free. It's paid for by someone.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
but I mean, like you get to spend it with your mates.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's getting everyone because we've got friends in Manchester, we've got London, Nottingham, sort of everywhere. And
Have people been like accepting of it, or have they been a bit like, oh, it's New Year's Eve? But what kind of reaction have you got?
We've sort of had a bit of a different reaction because it's quite a small venue. We'd love to have everyone there. But it's just not big enough.
This is what we're saying earlier.
So we can't physically have everybody. I've got friends who have got girlfriends who I've never met, and I'm like, I'd love to have you there, mate. But then because it's New Year's Eve, I do sort of get it. But you know, it's sort of you've just got to make them decisions. And if any of that are listening, I hope that you do fucking understand that.
It is, man. Like you say, and you have got that added thing there as well that it is New Year's Eve, and some of your mates will want to be spending it.
Why is it like this?
Why is it bigged up like that?
Yeah, that's another thing that pisses you off.
I suppose it's a celebration of the year that you've had. You're going into it just goes to the whole time thing, which is, I suppose, it could be perceived as bullshit. But I suppose you at the end of the year, you may have had a good year, you may have had a bad year. I suppose you're celebrating what you've achieved in that year, and you're a year older, and maybe what you can get the year after isn't the year going to be better than last, or
I know, but like even that even that comparison. I mean, like, why don't we like? I think New Year's Day would be a good one. To be like, let's celebrate, let's go out, let's get pissed, it's a new year.
Yeah,
it's the 1st of January.
It's a new day.
But I suppose the clock strikes midnight,
then
and you get
videos,
and I've found the video of the people kissing.
Oh yeah,
so we can. So
is this your friend?
So this is my friend, and my hairdresser, the lady who cuts my hair.
Is it on New Year's Eve? This
was on New Year's Eve, I believe, 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And he, for some reason, put it on Snapchat. So he went, come here, babe, and snog.
No!
But it's a proper snog. So if you watch this, what we'll do is we'll put this onto the Instagram as well.
If you're willing to do that.
I'm harder than him. In a fight, I'd beat him.
If you haven't had a snog, maybe people could just watch this.
So this is the reaction.
This is going to be your new, as you're hungover on New Year's Day, we will put this out.
So here we go. Look at that.
Oh, they're going in. Oh, she's dead happy about it, though.
But for some reason,
they filmed it.
So that he filmed it and put it on his Snapchat story, and I think by the time he'd sort of come round in the morning, the lads are too quick.
Already on it.
They've got it, so they've recorded it, and I put it straight into the group chat, and it's like,
it's like the pictures,
you know what?
Isn't it? Like I don't think I've ever done I've never done a kissing picture.
No. Do you know what though? Fair play. Are they still together, them two?
Yeah, well,
fair fucking play, man.
Yeah,
like to me, like, you know, I'm not a big fan of old PDAs and that, but
would you put it on Snapchat though, like a full on? That was a full on passion.
That was a full on passionate.
Me and Charlotte don't passionately kiss.
Really?
Do you not? Have you stopped snogging?
We don't really. The only time we're snogging is when we're shagging. Really. I mean,
I always say to my
which is very fucking rare. By
I'm
the way.
like, snog me, and he's not like.
I can't say the word snog.
Oh, I love the word
you can't
snog.
say that.
You like snog?
You can't say the
love
you
snogging.
can't look into your like other half's eyes and seriously go, oh, kiss a snog, because it's just not nice. Like I say to my mates, like, oh, kiss a kiss, and like we'll have a kiss and like we'll have a snog. But like if I turn around to her and went, no, kiss a snog, she's like,
I found it really
horrible.
awkward the other week. I was filming something in Hartlepool and I had a girlfriend and a thing, and I had to snog.
Oh yeah.
And I'm getting married, and I know it's only acting, it's not real.
It's
but I'm
pretend.
I
had to do it so much at work.
It's weird snogging someone else.
We was talking about this the other day, on the podcast that I do, guys. You need to listen to it.
Yeah, please do go and listen to that.
We were talking about like being an actor and doing that, like Because obviously, like, in my boyfriend's job, he doesn't go to the photocopy and be like, all right, Jean. And I literally...
But in Hollyoaks...
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he
snogged...
does sorry, go on.
I'd love that. If he was
photocopying his arse in it.
I had to snog so many people.
Yeah.
And some of them people were like... Nick Pickard, who plays Tony.
He's really good looking.
And he is really good looking, but he's been in it since the very first episode.
All right.
It's like when I watched it as a teenager, I'm watching Tony on T4.
Yeah.
And then I'm stood in a garage snogging him.
Yeah.
Or like Duncan from Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Snogged him.
Just not Duncan from Blue.
Oh, yes, I snogged him loads of times.
So,
like, he's a big gay, so, like, that makes it easier as well. But it is quite like...
It is really awkward.
I'm yet to do it. I think on...
You've never done it?
I've never snogged anyone on screen, no. So, like, for me... But, like, because,
like,
I think there was... I think it was... This is England 88.
Oh, so you had had sex scenes with Hannah.
I had sex scenes with Hannah in 86. We never snogged. It's Stephen Graham's wife. I'm not snogging her, like, at all. Like, it's Combo's wife. But, no, so in 88, the Christmassy one that we did, there was a bit when we all went... It got cut in the end, but there was a bit when we all went round to... Charlotte's house.
Bums.
No. Remember you were dating Charlotte, who played.
Oh yeah. Charlotte.
Yeah. So what was her character called?
Faye.
Faye. So we all went round to Faye's house after you'd done your play, and we were all like off our tits and all that in character and that and whatnot. And then Shane was like, right, okay, Gadget, you're gonna go upstairs, and there's gonna be a room with like 3 girls in it. And he was like, you just Gadget's gonna have the best night of his life. Like, he deserves it. And I was like, oh, okay. and I was like, all right, okay. And I'd not long since been with my girlfriend, who's now my wife, and I was like, oh shit, like, what do I do? Like,
did you bottle it?
I didn't bottle it, no. I rang her and I was like, so babe, like we were saying before, the nature of how Shane works, he just throws things at you. So it's like, Shane wants me to, basically, I'm going to have to snog like these 3 girls in this room and whatnot. And like, obviously I don't want to do it because like, for me personally, I'm like, it fucking terrifies me a bit. But yeah, what do I do? Like, do you mind? It's only the right thing to do, right?
Do you think? I'm a bit like...
She was exactly like what you were going to say. She was like, it's your job. Like, just get on with it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, thanks. And we had the conversation before and stuff. I think anytime I get in a relationship, like, after a while, it would be a case of, like, look, you know, it could happen one day, like, you know, would you mind?
And you get really, like, for us as well, if it's, like, a long-term thing and you're with, like, got in a relationship with someone, you become, like, it's weird. Like, when me and Fabs were in,
Fab Santini. I love him.
Yeah, so he was my boyfriend in it for a long time.
Yeah. So did he spend more time... You must have spent just as much time with Fab as you did with Kevin. Is it Kevin, your boyfriend?
No, he's called Michael, but I was single at the time.
All right.
Kevin, I love that, though. I'm going to call him Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
So, me and Fabs really... Like, obviously, he's a gorgeous-looking guy as well. He's fucking gorgeous. But, like... We got, like, there was no part of us that fancied each other. Yeah. But because we were, like, on set and, like, obviously, like, you want to make it believable. So even if you didn't say, like, kiss, like, because we were in a relationship, like, I would always kind of put that in that, you know, if you're leaving a scene, you'd kiss them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I felt comfortable enough. But we were so, like, physically comfortable with each other that we'd be sat in the green room, but we'd almost be, like, sat on top. Do you know what I mean? Like a couple would.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in it.
See, that's it. Because going back to my thing, like, I didn't do that in the end. That scene with the 3 girls, it never happened, never got filmed, so I didn't do it. But, like... Gutted. What, like... I genuinely wasn't, like, but exactly like that, like, do you find yourself getting closer to them? Like, is that a danger?
Hard, like, not to enjoy it. Well, not enjoy it, but, like...
well, how do you fake kiss it? You can't fake it.
Somehow,
Will Poulter.
You've just got married, so be very careful.
No, but Will Poulter in We're the Millers. You've seen We're the Millers?
Yeah, great film.
So Will Poulter gets to snog. He sits there with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
And also another beautiful young actress, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. It's, what's her face's niece, isn't it? She was in the new Scream film and that. It's, someone's niece. She's got a famous answer. Can't think of her name.
Regardless, anyway. Can I finish my story?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Go on.
So he's sat there with Jennifer Aniston and this other beautiful young actress, and he's snogging them both. He's going snogging Jennifer Aniston, then he's snogging this other beautiful... And then I'm there like... Wow, Will's a friend of mine.
Yes, like, I know who you mean. Who you're talking
Kid
about?
With the eyebrows. Google Kid with the eyebrows. Will Poulter comes up.
Yeah, because he did a pilot with Carla.
Yeah.
It's Emma Roberts.
Emma
Julia
Roberts.
Roberts' niece,
Julia,
innit? Yeah.
So he got to sit there and snog both of them, and I was like, I think a small part of me is Tomo from the East Marsh in Grimsby would be like, yeah, I'm snogging Jonathan.
Yeah,
Did you just like do a little like? Is that like East Marsh? Is
East
that like
Marsh
little?
in Grimsby, yeah.
Is that a little like
don't fuck
from
with
the
me.
hood? So.
I'll do you.
I felt like that with Duncan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like 15-year-old me, did I think that I'd be snogging Duncan from Blue?
Yeah.
Like little did I know that it was like the biggest gay you've ever seen in your whole entire
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
But regardless of that, like gorgeous guy from Blue that sang with Elton John, and I'm snogging him.
Yeah.
Like that is mental. Like
Yeah.
and like me and Daisy were talking about it the other day. Like just doing job that I love that part of the job where like you know when I was with Gillian Telforth and she just come into Hollyoaks and obviously she was been Kathy for years in EastEnders and we were doing this scene and she was supposed to say to me like you've done a really good job round the village, but she said you've done a really good job round the square.
Oh no!
And then she went sorry, but for me that made my fucking life. Kathy from EastEnders just went you've done a really good job round the square.
One for us is we on 86 we had Kayvan Novak, who is the phone jacker guy. You know.
Oh my god, I love it. He's so fit.
It's so great. And,
he's fit. Yeah,
he's really fit, isn't it?
So he came and he did a couple of scenes. I don't know if they made it. Did that in 86?
No, because he was too. We had to
he was
cut
too
it.
funny.
Yeah, none of us could keep a straight face, so we had to cut the whole thing.
He was in Three Lions, wasn't
yes,
he?
he was. Yes,
Yeah.
that's because that's the link. Because Warp did Three Lions and stuff, and obviously he's brilliant. Why would you not have him in This Is England? Anyway, so I was like seeing this girl at the time, and she'd come round to like our flats and that, and I was like, you know, playing the cool card. We're going out tonight with Face Jacker.
Please tell me you called him Face Jacker.
No, like it's Kayvan. But no, so we're all sat there, we're all in one of the flats, we're all having a drink and having a laugh and that. And out of nowhere, he just went, should we do some prank calls? And we were like, yes, exactly.
It's
100% that's what we want to do with you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we started prank calling like all our mates, and that was Face Jacker. And it's like, we would never have asked him to do that.
He was just giving you the gift.
He was just literally like,
fair fucking play.
That's
Should we
like
do
being
some
sat
prank
there with
calls?
like Liam Gallagher or Noel Gallagher, and there's a guitar in the corner, and he just goes, "Shall I do Wonderwall?"
Yeah, instead,
We're like, yes, you fucking should.
Instead,
I'm just turning around and going, "Nah, fuck that shit, mate."
Instead, we had Ian Brown round and we just wrestled with him.
Yeah.
We had a fucking wrestling match with Ian Brown.
They are the super cool bits, though, aren't
Oh
they?
yeah,
The
that's
job.
exactly. That's coming back to the point. Like what you say there is like the cool bits is when, like you say, snogging Duncan from Blue.
Mate,
Do you know what I mean?
fucking
I'd buzz
loved it.
off that.
Like
I'd
he's
snog
my,
Duncan
he's
from
like,
Blue.
he's my mate.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
He's my mate that, like, when I first got with Michael, I remember we were doing loads. It was my boyfriend in it, and he was gay, and he was trying to kill me, and he drowned me in a bath, and he put me in a coma, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he tried to fuck my brother. But yeah, I remember, like...
This real life, sorry.
Yeah, this is real life, yeah.
Last weekend.
Yeah. And he was like, I remember driving back with Michael in the car and he'd rang me and he was like super sweet, like, because obviously, like, he's done like loads of Western shows and he's an actor, but he's never done anything like this and he's more of a singer and he was so sweet. He would always ask me for advice and so I'd have him on like loudspeaker driving and just be chatting him through stuff and Michael's a bit like, that is weird, like that guy from Blue and I'm just like, yeah mate, like blah blah blah. And I, like that is like cool.
It's
definitely.
weird, like, you know, like say if you've got like famous friends and like the only people who I sort of get a bit starstruck by are soap stars. Like I remember when I met Bruce Jones, who plays Les Battersby.
Oh yeah.
And I met him in Manchester Piccadilly, and
He used to be a bus driver in Stockport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I absolutely lost my shit. Called him Les straight away.
Oh my
which
God.
fucking straight from the off was like, yeah.
Why have you done that?
Funny story about
Go
that.
on.
Kieran, who plays my brother, he'll fucking hate me for saying this, but so
Are you sure?
yeah. So Adam Woodyard, who plays Ian Beale.
Ian Beale.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So Kieran's also been in the show for years. We've all been at Soap Awards together.
Yeah.
We all kind of know each other,
Yeah.
like whatever. And like he knows him. He said things. One Soap Awards, he was coming over to Kieran, and Kieran just went, Ian.
Oh no.
And that is a schoolboy, like.
Yeah,
and
I'd lose my shit at Soap Awards. I wouldn't be able to.
mad,
It's
man,
like you
like-
have to try and like when I first started Hollyoaks as well. Like obviously people that have been there for years and started watching it a lot more
Do you
before
call each
getting
of the
it.
characters' names on set and stuff like that?
No,
No.
you could no. Like it's kind of like sacrilege. You're not allowed like.
Oh, really? 'Cause
So
that
I had to
happened
try
on-
really hard, being like, what's the name? Like it's the height of embarrassment if you call someone their character's name.
No way, because it happened on the EastEnders Live with Adam.
How's Adam?
Yeah.
Adam?
Oh, Ian had died or something. Was it Ian was
something, and she
Ian
went,
Beale will never die. Take that back, Thomas.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
and she said, "How's?" She went, "How's Adam?" And her face, "How's?" That's how we feel. Like it's so embarrassing. Sometimes if the new directors are there and they'll be like, right, so like Tegan go there or whatever. Like everyone's like side eyeing each other. Like,
no way.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, find it easier. Like, especially on set, like. It just makes it more real.
It's because we've been those characters so long, and we kind of take the piss out of them as well. We're like, fucking hell, Tegan.
For you guys, it must be hard. Like, you know, we doing this, like you say, we've spoke to a few people like from Hollyoaks now and Coronation Street and that, and it is like it's not like what we do, is it? We go and film for say 6 weeks.
Yeah, you're immersed in that world,
and that's it for 6 weeks.
And then it's on for like
you guys. Yeah, exactly. You guys do it.
Every
day
day
in, day out, and everyone's a job.
You're in people's front room every single night, and it's like it's strange, like because people actually if you're working sort of 12-hour days, you're spending just as much time being Tegan as you are being Jess.
Yeah, it's mental. Like it's also like your family. Like I'm so close to the people that played my family because I spent such a lot of time, and I moved here from London, didn't know anyone in Liverpool, do you know what I mean? And I like used to call it like it's like drama school but with a bit more money.
Because
it is quite a young cast and no one's really from Liverpool.
Yeah.
So there's a very big social side of it. So you do spend a lot of time with these people and create like when I died, and I remember filming the scene where Kirsty and Kieran and Ruby, my like siblings, were being told. And I was like in the bed, so the camera was that way. But I had to leave. I was beside myself, like looking at their reactions, because like acting as that became easy for me.
Just thinking about it, it's because it's so real, though, isn't it? That's what it is.
Like if I saw them crying as their character, there's no acting required. I literally would cry.
We were saying this last night, wasn't it? Like what people don't realise is sometimes, like, obviously you're
so busy on your
phone.
It
mate. I've just announced that I'm having a kid, aren't I? So everyone's like, "Oh, buzzing."
Are you having another baby?
Yeah.
This podcast's about me, by the way, because I'm getting married. It's not about your kid.
Yeah, we just kind of made it official yesterday.
Oh my God, congratulations!
Thank you, mate. Yeah, fuck off in your wedding.
Fuck off.
Try bringing a life into this world, mate. So we were talking yesterday, kind of in the car and that, and driving about, like. What people don't realise is, we are actors and we pretend, but we draw on emotions, don't we?
My God.
When I want to be sad, you said this in a podcast with that Matt Stocks, haven't you? Go and listen to Life in the Stocks. You said like you think of your mum and things like that. Yeah. I think personally of my gran and stuff like that. So you draw an actual real emotion, and you use that emotion to pretend emotion in the character. But your brain doesn't know that. Your brain that's still a caveman brain. That's still a primitive brain. That's not really changed that much. Do you know what I mean? Like TV acting it's always been a kind of thing in human society. But your brain doesn't really get that you're pretending. So afterwards...
you come home exhausted.
Yeah, you need to go...
Because you're mentally giving signals to yourself.
Exactly. Chemical reactions are happening in your brain. That shouldn't be happening because you're not at your grandma's funeral that was 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
If you're doing like, especially if you're doing a really big storyline, like a cancer storyline or something like that.
Imagine, man.
And it's quite dark. Do you know what I mean? I had to really tell myself, like, at the end of the day, it's not real, like, you're fine, like, or take yourself away from it, or we used to, like, laugh and joke sometimes in between stuff, just to kind of go, like, this isn't real. Like, it's interesting what you say about, like, drawing on emotions. Now, probably at first I would have done that, but this sounds so weird and wanky, but the longer that you play a character, the reason I would get upset is because I would feel sorry for her.
That makes perfect sense, because you've become that, your brain, again, is going... You don't need to draw on Jessica's stuff because Tegan's stuff.
Yeah, because I'd go into a situation, like, I'd go, like, if there was, like, a sad situation, I'd think to myself, well, her mum and dad have died, like, they're not around anymore, and that would really upset me. Or, like, when me and Fabs were doing it, it was a lot about, like, he was married to my sister, and I turned up at the wedding and I'd missed it, and, like, I'd be like, I feel so bad for her. And that's how I felt sad then. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, they used to fucking pay me by the tear. Like, I'm a top crier.
Oh, really?
Literally. That's because I'm, like, emotionally unstable.
I can turn them on.
I did a music video for a friend of mine. and there was a scene at the end where I broke down, and she was playing the song, and I said to her, I said, can we not play your song? Can we play the song that was at my mum's funeral?
Yeah.
And she said, like, she couldn't be on, because we're friends as well, so she couldn't be there on set watching it, because she was like,
it's heartbreaking.
because there's so much emotion going through. And then after, like, I remember we were sat in the pub after we'd finished, and like, you're just so emotionally, because you take yourself to a place where you don't want to be.
Dark.
You don't want to be there.
Like, I remember, like, you come home and you like make your tea or whatever, and you'd be like, God, why do I feel like weird and dark? And then you're like, oh shit, because I've just been crying for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
taking yourself to an emotional level that you shouldn't really go to.
Like where you feel like sick. Like sometimes you'd be like crying that much that you're like puking. Like it is pretty fucked up job, isn't it? Like it's weird.
It is. It can be. I mean, you look at sadly, like your Heath Ledgers and people like that who the job,
actors are a bit mental, aren't they?
The fame as well.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, let's bring it straight round to
I was thinking what you just said about having a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I've got one friend actually. Like, if your birthday's on New Year's Eve, shit. How do you arrange your part? Like, my friend always used to say, like, it does my head in. Like, when it was the 30th, she'd be like, try and get someone to party. But people have prior engagements, don't they? Like, they might do a family thing or whatever, and it's your birthday and it's New Year's Eve. Again, like someone proposing, it's not your day.
Yeah, well, it's like now Tomo as well. Like, so from now on,
I've shot myself.
But the thing is,
it's your anniversary.
If the lads want to go out and do something, I'm like, can't, it's my anniversary. But the one reason that I'm marrying Charles, I was sat there the other week, and she was in the kitchen just cooking tea, and I was watching telly, and I went, baby, I said, so we're getting married New Year's Eve, so our anniversary is every year. I said, what are we going to do every year? She just went, get fucked up. I was like, that's exactly why I'm married.
It's perfect, actually, that, like, also there's, like, available shit to do.
Yeah, that's it. There's always something going on for Tom. It might be a bit expensive, but there's always something.
Yeah, you have fucked yourself there.
Like, Charles, like, we did speak about this, and she was like, if we want to do something for our anniversary, we can just do it the night before. Or
exactly. Like, you know what I mean?
Again, it's just the timekeeping thing. Like, it don't really matter. We can do it. Like on the 3rd of January or whatever. You know.
And
then I can go out with the lads.
Because when are you going to class it? New Year's Eve then? Like, when are you getting married?
We get married on New Year's Eve. I don't. Oh fuck.
What time?
I don't know what time it is.
Brilliant.
So your wedding will be the 31st of December.
Yeah,
it's not going to be
the
1st of Jan, is it?
No,
like
it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So because like going back to like again, it's this going back to this concept that we've made up of time, and that like my anniversary is like the 16th of June. Now, it's not a special day or anything, but like our first anniversary.
It's not a special day. I mean, if it
it's
a very special day.
It's not a special day, as in like it's not New Year's. It's not a special day for everyone else. But like again, like when it came to our first, we've been married like a year and a half now. When it came to celebrating our first anniversary, again, it's like you put pressure on you. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Oh my god, it's our anniversary. We were like, what do you want to do? And
get fucked up.
Well, no, we went. Well, we knew we wanted to spend it with our little girl. We knew, like, whatever. We went on holiday. We were like, we've got time off. Let's go on we went on our holidays to Spain. Emily's mum came over. And we just didn't put pressure on the day. It was like, what do you want to do? Should we go to Barcelona for the day? Right, all right, let's do that. We went around Barcelona for the day. We sat and had a meal. Like, Emily's mum was like, oh, do you want me to stay? Because we went to, like, Salou in Spain. She's like, do you want me to stay here? And I'll have Phoebe and we'll stay by the pool and you two go to Barcelona. And we were like, no, like, come with us. Like, it's just a day. I mean, it's lovely. Like, we're spending it with each other, and we'll have a nice meal and that. But it's like, as long as we have a good day, let's not just put pressure.
There is a lot of celebrations now, isn't there? Like, there's like Christmas Eve boxes.
Oh, mate, these do my head in now.
And there's like baby showers and New Year's Eve, engagement parties, stag do's and hen do's. That, like, honestly, I swear to you, I've spent grands this year on weddings and things like that. But we do set like Halloween, we are getting really American, aren't we? Where we're like,
I mean, to be honest, it's a good thing because it's nice that we celebrate more. It's nice that we have good times together more. But there is there's a lot of pressure. Like, my stag, there was people that didn't come. Who I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I'm really annoyed that you didn't come. But then part of me's going,
I'm sat right here if you mean me.
Oh no, not you. You had a job. No, you were swimming with Rob Brydon.
You can get away with it. You can get away with it as an actor, though, can't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Be
fair do.
I've got a job.
Yeah, exactly, and that's fine. But like, I've got mates who like have grown up with who didn't come because I left it up to my best men to sort out, and it's like I was a bit annoyed. Why have they not come? But then part of me's going because we went to Prague, man.
Yeah, it's
They've got
expensive.
Kids, like, it's expensive. Fair fucking play.
Yeah.
Fair play. Like
a lot of the lads that came to Benidorm, like this, it cost a lot of money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
It
way
does.
then, lot.
Because I did come to your stag do.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
I turned down a job.
Swimming with Rob Brydon.
I wasn't swimming with Rob Brydon.
Yeah.
I was going into space with Steve Coogan, but no, I wasn't really. But
So,
no,
what would like as a question from me, like what's your like perfect New Year's Eve then?
Marrying Charlotte.
Oh, I can't believe
getting laid.
back of the net. By time, because this is probably going to be a part 2-er.
Yeah.
By time you are listening to this one,
I'll be getting nuts
you'll
back.
be on your honeymoon.
Ah.
Play it loud, play it proud. You'll be in like Miami or somewhere. But anyway, yeah. So my perfect New Year's Eve is I hate nightclubs anyway. Not a big fan of them.
Nightclub.
Luckily, my local. It's
Love the local.
You'd love it. You would love my local
Yeah,
it's
Fairbank's
it's
sick.
the best of both worlds. So like you've got the kind of front room and go in and it's like this is pretty much every Friday and Saturday as well. But in New Year's it's even better. So you go in the front room and it's just like older blokes and like couples and that, just like having a drink, having a chat and that, a couple of like families and that. You go in the back room past 10 o'clock and it is like a little nightclub. Like people are dancing on the tables. Like
I fucking love shit like that.
Honestly, it is.
You should do the Fairbank in. We'll try and
With a
plan
show.
one. We'll try and get one. It's
You'd
Oh
love
my
it,
god,
man.
I'd love that. It's like Heaton Moor. Have you ever been Heaton Moor?
No, I've been heating
I
up,
used
but
to
not.
work in an Irish bar that my friend's dad owns called Cassidy's.
Oh, yeah.
And that we always used to do Christmas Eve or like things like that in there because that's what it gets like
Yeah,
in
Does
there.
that mean
Like,
there's an Irish band? It's not called Murphy's. What
That-
the fuck?
exactly.
That doesn't
Cassidy's.
exist. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's my perfect New Year's Eve because
What about yours?
It gets a bit busier in there.
Yeah.
But it's I know everyone. Do you know what I mean? When people are kissing and that and shit at New Year's, I'm like, oh look, there's them too, and that, it's nice. Like
I
everyone
like
goes round
that.
New Year's
Like I
and-
think when I was younger, we used to. Do you know the Carousel in Reddish, the pub?
No.
It's on the main road in Reddish, but we were drinking there from about 16 until I left for London in 19. But that had that kind of feel to
Yeah,
it. Like, and I think maybe that's why I don't like it as much because I've moved around so much
Yeah.
now that I don't. Like when I lived in London, I used to work in a pub called the Landor and I worked New Year. And it was that kind of like regulars, you know everyone. I think that's what I like about New Year's Eve. Like, I think for me, the perfect one would be like either in a pub like that.
Yeah.
Jukebox, pool table.
Yeah,
And
oh.
bass. That's it for me.
Pack of cards, love play. Like,
really?
also you can't really see, but like this house is full of games.
Like drinking
Actually,
games.
yeah, I actually want you to do one of these.
No, I
Are
wanted
these
to
them
eat
marable
but
jelly
then
baby-
it's
jelly babies?
ones.
No, but this is what I do on my podcast to start.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, the like
So you
the mad
basically
flavours.
you don't know if you're gonna get like cola or cat food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my little girl have got these.
So yeah, so
Should
I
we
would
do one now then?
I'd love you to do
Yeah,
one.
hang on, let me
because-
record this for the Instagram. Is that alright?
Yeah, of course it is. Because
Doing it
my
for the
perfect
gram.
New Year's Eve would be a load of people around here, like we did last Saturday, like basically playing games, eating cheese, and getting fucked.
Nice. Well, Tomo, I'll record you and then you record me.
Well, I'll probably get us all in.
Look at this.
Can you?
That's the,
I'm quite
that-
a large man.
That is the joy of like having loads of shit everywhere.
Can I move them flowers
Oh yeah,
there,
I
Jess?
should have put them in a vase ages.
Sorry, guys, this is shit podcasting,
No,
but if
that's
you look at the
good.
video, this will be brilliant.
Yeah, move round.
Where are we? Yeah, because you're getting there, then Jess is in there,
that
right?
Yeah,
There we
like
go.
I'm gonna put a few. So
You didn't press record, Tomo.
No, I'm going to let Jess do that one myself.
right.
Last week when we played this, my boyfriend was sick in the sink. Just letting you know.
Oh,
Oh,
buzzing.
Jesus.
Because he was eating loads. Oh my god, they literally killed me. I thought, they alright?
The dogs?
Yeah, and they just cuddling.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, I've got all them. We've got a smell game as well.
Oh, no. No, I'm not about smells.
Can you jump on there?
Yeah.
And then we can all get in there.
Right,
so-
someone hit record. Go on, Jessica, thank you.
I love that you call me Jessica. Like, no one ever calls me that unless I'm
Well, it's because you've got the
naughty.
same name as my little sister.
Oh, yeah.
Which I would call Jess, but then, yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
Here we go, guys. If you listen to the podcast, then there we go, big rattle. But yeah, we're gonna do the jelly bean thing where you eat. Go on, Jess, you'll explain it better.
So basically, they're called double dares.
Yeah.
I just loved games and shit and seeing people gag.
I
That's
like
weird,
a bit
isn't
of
it?
seeing people gag.
But so these could be like cola roll cat food. Like you could get a nice one.
Oh, wicked.
I'm
I hope I
absolutely
do.
praying that you don't.
Yeah, I bet you are. Yeah.
Well, we'll do a few then. Should we do like
It's got
3
its own
each?
bowl, look.
Yeah,
That's why I love home and bargains.
Tyrone Edgerton.
That's why I love being in bargains.
Right.
Right, so what should we do? Should we do like one of the same? Let's do one white one each.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go blue.
No, we all have to do the same one
You know,
because
you can't dictate my life, mate.
I don't want you to do a blue one because I feel like blue one's just like a shit one because it's like toothpaste.
no, but see,
Oh, is it? So
if
I'll
we
do a
all
white
do
one
a
then.
white one, then one of us might have a bad one. The others might be like, oh, it's
Right.
fucking coconut,
Right.
mate. What are you on about?
No, you're inspecting
No,
it.
I'm not.
There's something going on here.
There's a bit of
Go
cheating
on.
going on
Right.
here.
There we go.
Right,
Right,
okay.
Right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
mate.
Jess.
So I think this is like tutti frutti or rotten milk.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
we nearly got
So-
I'm going
Tutti frutti.
tutti frutti.
that. Yeah, I think I got 2.
No way, we have to do that again.
Unless rotten milk tastes delicious.
Yeah, that's not a bad taste. That.
That's really nice. That fucking hell.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go blue.
I've not had any
No,
breakfast
I
today.
go
These are
brown.
the first things I've had.
Brown.
Go brown.
Oh, mate, never go brown.
Have you got
What's
brown?
this? Coke or cat food?
Cat food, or like some of it's like vomit, I think.
Oh, shit, bad.
Right,
Right,
you ready?
cheers, guys.
Right, go.
Cat food.
Oh! No, get it back in! Get it back in! I can't.
I mean, it's cat food, but it's not that bad.
Oh my god.
It's not that
I'm
bad.
so disgusted.
I must have had a shit. Like, it's not that bad.
I just spat Diet Coke all over my face.
Oh, God. Well, guys, this is probably one of the funniest fucking podcasts we've got.
It's absolutely disgusting. That red one, you know what that red one is?
I don't want to know.
I didn't think that was that bad.
What, you've had
Mate,
it?
that is weird. That was disgusting.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if you've got the
fucking-
right one.
It's definitely not Coke.
You need to have a red one. Get that red one because that's fresh
Yeah, you
blood.
put 3 in
Fresh
your mouth at the same
blood?
time.
Fresh blood or strawberry. But my friend said it tastes like arse.
Strawberry.
Do you know, like with games, like you might think, oh, it tastes a hint of cat food.
No,
It tastes like actual cat food.
I must have got, like, it wasn't Coke.
we need to give you another one. Take a yellow one.
Want him to
A
get
yellow
back
one
on.
or a green one.
What's yellow?
Rotten cheese or lemon.
It's lemon.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking hell. Get a green.
I'm putting a fucking lottery on
Green.
after it, right. What's green?
Green is snot.
Right.
Or-
Oh, what's the bad one?
Oh, yeah. I love a little bogey.
Yeah, that is nasty. Yeah. Oh. That's not snot. My little girl, right? We'll end on this
Yeah,
story
stop that,
in a sec. But my little girl, the other day, she's never. And sorry, Phoebe, if you're listening when you're like 20 and your dad's embarrassing you now. But my little girl has never been one of them kids that picks her nose and eats it. Never.
So I'm 26 and I still do that.
I still roll them in my
Right.
fingers.
But
Yeah.
but so she's never done it, right? So the other day, it was about a week ago, she laughed so hard that like a bogey flew out and like got in her hand. And I just went like joking and went, eat it, like laughing. And she just did it and she went,
You must
and I was
see
like,
me.
oh no, I've set her up on a life of eating
You
a
must
bogus.
see me like driving down the motorway sometimes. Like I do.
I think,
Yeah,
I
eat
think
my
where else do
bogies.
you put them?
Yeah,
If you've not got a tissue.
unless you're in London,
It's your-
they're dirty bogies.
It's
Yeah,
your,
black
it's
ones.
your body and it's going in and
Yeah,
it's
but you wouldn't
coming
eat your
out.
poo, would you?
I wouldn't, no.
I mean,
Wouldn't
some
done
people
Bear
would.
Grylls
I've got
drink his
mates who
own
would.
piss?
Yeah, but I don't think it does. I think that's just Lucas Aid Sport.
No,
He's
people
lying
do
to you.
though. People do
Good
drink their
feasting.
own way. Is it?
Apparently.
No, thank you.
no
Is
time.
this like the Hollyoaks kind of like what?
Yeah, that's what we
is
all
why
do.
we're
We
all
all drink
dead
our
looking,
own
yeah.
piss. That's what we're all like 65, really.
I think this is going to definitely be a 2-parter. So thanks everyone for listening to both parts.
Yeah.
Jess,
Thanks.
I mean,
It's been brilliant. mate.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
round, and
No,
I
thank
want to
you,
see you
man.
guys on my podcast.
100%.
Yeah.
What's your podcast
It's going to be called Dilemmas with Jess Ellis,
Nice.
and this is actually quite suited because I think we're going to start releasing ours in January.
Yeah, cool,
New
yeah,
year.
yeah.
I've just fucked myself because I've got New Year, New Me, and I'm like, new project.
Yeah,
But
have a little bit.
But
By
gonna-
then we'll be up to, I reckon, about 35,000 listeners maybe. So
Oh, that's
It'll be a lot.
amazing! Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man, we'll-
hopefully you can, come and join mine. Hopefully, I'll be getting you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Going to do mine. But yeah, it's been great. Thanks for coming round.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Hope it's not shit.
So that was part 2. We divulged actually on that
Yeah, we went
into a little bit on sort of wedding planning and that, didn't we? Because you were obviously at that time really, gearing up for the big day.
I was elbow deep in plans. Yeah.
And it could almost have been actually wedding planning's overrated.
yeah.
Which,
Could have been.
Yeah, which it is. It's bloody hard work.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
and it's difficult and it's expensive.
Yeah.
But when you know that you want to marry someone, you sort of take that on board, and that I personally think that's what our honeymoon's for. To go right, we've worked hard for the last
grafted,
8 months, 9 months. So we're
Is that
now
how you've
sat
been
on a
planning
beach.
it for as well?
Well,
That's
probably
mad, isn't it?
longer, man. I think we booked it, and then 18 months. We booked it with 18 months to go.
Ah, right, okay.
So
So you've had 18 months.
We've had 18 months, so it hasn't really been so stressful.
Yeah.
But there's little things, even leading up to the days prior, we were rushing around trying to get the last bits done. But it is a stressful time, but you enjoy it, and
yeah, it's worth it in the end, mate. It
Yeah.
is definitely worth it in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was part 2 with Jessica Ellis. I keep doing that with a name. I've realised I keep going Jessica Ellis.
because your sister's called Jessica
Because my
Ellis.
sister's Jess, yeah. So I call my sister Jess. So every time I go to say Jess Ellis, which I think Jess Ellis, the actress who we've chatted to, prefers, I just think of my sister. So I go Jessica Ellis.
Imagine if you married Jess.
What, the actress?
Yeah.
That'd
Not
be
your
weird,
sister.
wouldn't it? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Jess, yeah, because we've got the
Should be-
same
yeah,
last name.
Yeah.
My nana did that.
You'd be punching anyway, mate.
Yeah. My nana was called Mary Murphy when she was born, and then she married my granddad, who was called Brian Murphy, and so yeah, she kept the same last name.
It'd be funny if your granddad took your nana's name, and he was called Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jess, again, like we say, great, lovely chat. Afterwards, we popped out with her, didn't we? And had a bit of pizza.
Yeah, I think it was called the Love and Rocket.
Love and Rocket. I had a
something
weird
like
pizza.
that.
I had a duck.
You had duck on it, duck and hoisin.
And hoisin sauce on a pizza, which was nice, but still had a tomato base, so it was a bit straight. If it were just duck and hoisin, then it'd be like a pancake kind of deal. Do you know what I mean? Like when you get duck and pancake, but
it was nice, and it was nice of Jess to take us to one of our local little places, and it was beautiful. And like I said, we had more time to bond with Jess, and just work on our budding relationship that I think we've got. Because Jess has asked us now to be guests on her own podcast.
On her podcast, which I think she said will be out sometime in February.
But what we'll do is we'll share.
Yeah, of course.
We'll share everything for Jess on our socials if you want to check that out.
I think it's called Dilemmas.
It's something Dilemmas.
With Jessica Ellis,
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year once again, guys. Like I say, exciting year ahead for us. Hopefully you guys have got an exciting year ahead, and fresh start. It's January. Let's keep on rocking. And we're back next week, same time, same place, with another really amazing guest. So hope you enjoy.
Yeah, thanks for listening once again.